Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is episode 1 of This Week in Wrestling. Guys, the premise of this kind of show is literally just to go over what happened in wrestling this week. Things that I thought, things that have happened a lot in the past, so like this day in wrestling in the past. Today we've got something from 2000 which I know you're really going to enjoy. But yeah, so don't forget to hit like, subscribe and that beautiful notification bell. And let's get into today's show. By the way, we're so close to 100 subscribers. When I hit that 100, I'm going to be doing a kind of watch along, a live watch along. So just be running a live, getting you guys to drop in, and I'll get you guys to pick what I'm going to be watching. Anyway, so in today's show, the big thing that happened this week is, well, there's a few big things, but the Miz winning the belt is the way Twitter went was hilarious. The way everybody was just going off their head at the fact that he won the belt. Then people started to warm up to the fact that he won the belt, which was so weird. Everybody hated it and then they warmed up to it. And I think it's just a great heel thing. It works with the Miz's character. I hope he comes out on Monday saying he's got a bad back or he's hurt his leg. He can't compete tonight, but he'll be able to do it the following week. Then the following week he gets kidnapped. He's like kidding on. He's been kidnapped or something. I think that would be hilarious into Fastlane, and then it's like, okay, a cage match or something like that Bobby Lashley needs to get him, which I think would be cool. The other big news is last night was Banks and Belair getting their announcement for WrestleMania, which is going to be insane. I think this could steal the show there. I really, really do. But there's a lot that could go on. I hope Banks and Belair just are amazing at Mania. Like they could be, both of them are great workers, and I hope it goes over well. Then we've got Rhea Ripley, who is going to Raw. I think this is really cool. Is this going to set up for a Rhea versus Ahsoka match at Mania? So we're going to be getting Rhea get the belt. She more than deserves it. She's probably one of the best wrestlers in the women's division in WWE, and 100% deserves that belt. The other big thing is, last night we had, if you've seen my SmackDown review, something that I was saying was, I think the way things are going in SmackDown with Roman, Jay, Bryan and Edge, I know they said they're going to have like a tag team at Fastlane maybe. I hope that does come through. And then what I hope happens is we go into Mania and have Edge versus Roman versus Bryan. Triple threat would be insane. It would literally steal the show. You think about it, Bryan gets the belt, gets his last run. Obviously he said he wants to kind of start looking at retiring. He gets that last run, which I think is going to be amazing. Gets the belt, and it really is just going to kind of set that pace for what we're looking for. Then we could have an actual Roman Daniel Bryan feud for a little bit of time. Loser leaves WWE, or loser retires or whatever. If it is a retirement match or something like that, we can get that kind of going and let it go for a good couple of months, which there's a lot we can do, and I hope that kind of pans out as well. AEW news, big signing for them is Big Show, Paul White. I think that's going to be a really cool signing. A lot of the younger guys maybe not remember, like for me, I don't remember Arn Anderson wrestling in his prime. Do you know what I mean? It was later on when we kind of seen it. So I'm kind of guessing that this is going to be there for the younger guys to kind of look up to somebody. Obviously you have your Stings and stuff like that, your Jake Roberts, you know who they are, but you don't really know who they are. Big Show people saw in their prime, do you know what I mean? But I know he's commentating a show, I think it is, and he's going to be doing some matches, which I think is going to be insane. I'm happy with the signing. I think it's going to be cool. The WWE Performance Centre signings, you had like LA Knight, Parker, Priscilla, Drew Casper, Zoe Stark, like an insane amount of new signings that are going to be setting up for their future, which I think is going to be insane. I really think it's going to be insane. Like I said, the Banks and Belair announcement is probably one of my favourite ones from this past week, but it has to be the Miz winning. I love the fact that he got the belt there. When I first seen it, I wasn't too hot on it. I understand why they've done it, but watching people like Dan Williams, you should go check Dan's channel out. The way he reacted to it, it kind of made me get excited for it. Anyway guys, so today we're going to be doing Today in Wrestling History. So we look back at what happened in the past, there's two things that we're going to look back on, but one big thing, another one we're just going to chat a little bit about. So today in wrestling history, we had that god-awful Super Showdown 2020. Like, these Saudi shows, I just wasn't a big fan of. The one last year, I think, was probably one of the worst ones. It had maybe one good match, but nothing special. And going from something terrible, we're going to move on to something great. This day, February 27th, in the year 2000, we had No Way Out. No Way Out 2000, which is one of the most known pay-per-views in wrestling. And the Hell in the Cell match, probably one of the most famous moments when Triple H flips Cactus Jack, he goes through the ring, the big dent. That's been one of the most famous moments in wrestling. And so let's get. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run down the card, guys. This is kind of stuff that we're going to try and do. Obviously, there'll be some weeks that we don't get any kind of pay-per-views or anything like that, but hopefully we've got enough content to do the pay-per-views. But let's get into it. So, match card, we had Angle defeating Jericho. Sorry if this is any spoilers for you guys. You should have probably watched No Way Out 2000 by now. Angle defeats Jericho. I gave this a 3 stars. It was a great match. Dudley Boys defeat Mr. Ass and Road Warriors. I gave this a 2.5 stars. You do not believe how big of a Mr. Ass fan I was when I was younger. And I still am to this day. I love the guy's work. This match was good. And it just shows how good Mr. Ass is, pretty much. Mark Henry defeated Viscera. This is a 1 star. It was nothing really great. Edge and Christian defeated the Hardy Boys, which I gave a 3 stars to. Taz defeated Big Boss Man, which was just like a dud. It was a disqualification. It was nothing special. X-Pac defeated Kane in a no disqualification match, 2.5 stars. Grandmaster Sexy, Scotty 2 Hotty and Rikishi defeated Benoit, Malenko and Saturn, 2.5 stars. Do you know, I was reading this and I was like, no way, like I know Grandmaster, Scotty 2 Hotty and Rikishi were over, right? But they bet Benoit, Malenko and Saturn. Like, it blows my mind how they got done that. Then we got the Big Show defeating The Rock. I gave this a 2 stars. It was nothing great. This was obviously just a follow up from the Rumble 2000. Then we got the match that everybody remembers. Hell in the Cell. Triple H defeated Cactus Jack. 4 stars I gave this, guys. This was one hell of a pay-per-view. Pardon the pun, this is one hell of a pay-per-view. I thought the Hell in the Cell was one of the best. Building on the previous versions of it, they'd done a lot of stuff that was just so cool. The story was good. Obviously coming off of that street fight at the Royal Rumble into here, and it was just such a cool. Obviously Cactus Jack was back at WrestleMania as Mankind, but the premise was still there that he was retiring. He retired Cactus Jack kind of for a bit, but it was a great show. I really loved this one. And if you haven't seen No Way Out 2000, go check it out. It's definitely a worthwhile watching. It was at that peak of wrestling, and they just had great matches. Pretty much everything on it is an enjoyable match. I hope you go check it out. Anyway, guys, this has been This Week in Wrestling. I hope you enjoyed this new Saturday show. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you enjoying this kind of... Did you enjoy this episode? I'm still obviously feeling it out, finding out how we're going to work it a little bit better. But let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys.